Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is finally the day that has arrived. I will be having my radiation therapy later on this morning. I'll be heading to the hospital. My appointment, the initial therapy starts at 11:30. So I have to be at the hospital by checking in by 11:15. So I have to be in the premises at least by 11 o'clock. Because me getting through security, which I have a pass, so automatically I will be, let in without a harassment. I will be coming in and do my initial check-in, change clothes, which the therapy will be like 15 minutes. And so, I'm going to compile this video with all the videos this week in one segment because after all, I'm not going to make this long. Like one video long and another video long. I'm gonna compile it all together. So I am kind of like nervous. I am excited because I want to get this done. And also I have an appointment in the afternoon with my primary care doctor. So I'll do a separate video for that because I'm not sure what she has in mind to talk about and what exam she's going to have me go through this time around. So I'll have a separate video for that. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check-in in a little while. Alrighty, so stay tuned. I am here at the place. I'm already changed. Now I'm going to go and put my stuff away and I'm going to wait to get called in. I'm nervous, but it's gotta get done. So wish me luck. Alrighty, so I'll see you in a little while. Alrighty, I literally just finished. It took me about a good half hour of stuff. So I'm gonna change now. Then my glasses are all foggy. I'm gonna change my clothes now and I'm gonna head home and I'll give you guys a breakdown of how this went because I didn't get the radiation treatment, but they just set me up for tomorrow. So I'll explain how that went. And alrighty, so hang on, stay tuned, and I'll give you a breakdown. Okay, I'm back. Look at that. Look at this hair. Because I start to sweat and my hair starts getting curly. Anyway, so I just got back from the hospital, and how it went was I did my initial check-in, and the technician came and picked me up. Very good-looking technician. Oh my God, he was so cute. And he came, introduced himself, and then escorted me to the changing area and explained what he was planning to do to me, and told me to make sure I change my clothes, make sure that I don't have any metal on me, and he said that he was gonna go and finish setting up, and then he's gonna come and pick me up so then he could take me to the area where they're planning to do. Was he said he had to do like a setup. He wasn't doing the actual radiation. He needed to do pretty much the same simulation as I had with the CT simulator. So he wanted to set me up on the position that they're gonna do the radiation tomorrow. So I was like, okay. And so I changed my clothes, put my stuff in the locker, and then I waited for him, and then he came and he picked me up. And so he escorted me to the area where they do the radiation, and he introduced me to the team and everybody. Very nice crew. They took me into the area, and I had to take off my top of my gown and lay flat, like on my face to the table, and then they positioned me on the way they have it. They have it in the images that they took from the CT simulator, so they have to position it precisely on the degrees on how they're going to perform that treatment. So they were going about moving my body in different positions, he did one and the young lady did the other, and then they were both, you know, trying to figure out the position, like the degrees where the rays will hit. And after they do that, they have to get the doctor to come in and approve the position. If he doesn't approve, then they have to restart and figuring out the position of the body my body's gonna be. And they kept doing this like about maybe 3 or 4 times. And once they were able to do it, then they put me into the machine and take images on my body to see whether the position is correct. There was a point that it wasn't correct, so they took me out of the machine, repositioned my body to the way that they felt that it needed to be. You know, there's certain degrees on it because everything is done in degrees. So then once they were able to do that, then they put me back in the machine, took the images of how my position of my body was, and once they saw that it was correct, then they took me out of the machine, and then they did was insert like the markers. They put like a mark where the tattoos were, and then they put like a tape over it, and they told me make sure that I don't scrub my body, that tape has to stay there, so then they could be able to do is insert the radiation in those areas. And I'm gonna insert, I don't know if I'm gonna insert it over here because since I'm going this way, I'm gonna insert it here and where that marking looks like. And then they did was they told me, well, make sure you don't scrub your body, just, you know, clean, but don't do anything scrubbing because we need you to keep that tape on. I was like, fine. And the whole process was like a half hour of, you know, trying to position my body and taking images and repositioning my body again. It was just like, oh my goodness, I got felt up in every which way. I have a very warped sense of humor, so please don't mind me. So once they were finished with everything, then they told me, well, now you're done. You could go home. I was just like, whoopee. This is awesome. Anyway, so now tomorrow will be the actual radiation. So they told me it's not going to take as long as what I went through today. I was just like, I hope so. I hope so. But he was so cute. That guy was so cute. Listen, I might be older, but I'm not blind. If you don't look at a really cute guy, then obviously you're just dead. You're just dead inside. Anyway, so yeah. So day 1 is down. So I'm gonna do tomorrow a morning check-in and let you know how day 2 goes. Alrighty, so please stay tuned and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi everybody, good morning. This is day 2. It is Tuesday morning. I'm very tired. I've been up since 4:45 this morning trying to get ready, you know, beat the bathroom before my son gets up for school. So now I'm ready to go. I'm heading to the hospital. I have to be at the hospital by 7:30, so it's already 7:15. So I am recording this in this little piece, but so today officially starts the radiation therapy. I will give you guys a check-in when I get back home because I don't want to start filming in the hospital. It's pretty much repetitious. It's going to be repetitious all week. So I will give you guys a breakdown of how it went and how I'm feeling. And yeah. So please stick around, stay tuned, and I'll give you a breakdown. Okay, I am back. So yeah. So if you're gonna hear any noise in the back, I apologize ahead of time. They're still working behind the building and they have been very noisy since I got back. So I got to the hospital about 7:30. I waited 15 minutes before they called me in. I did, of course, the initial check-in, and then waited 15 minutes, and then the technician came and picked me up. Very nice girl. And she said, well, we're going to take you in, if you don't mind changing in the area where we're going to treat you. And I was like, okay. So I'm already used to, being treated. I mean, really gotten used to changing almost anywhere. So then she took me in the section where I was yesterday, where they do the treatment, the radiation treatment. And I took off my top. I put on the hospital gown. Then the young lady came back in. She was like, okay, we're going to have you lay down. And so basically I had to go back on the same table, lay down, my face into the donut shaped hole, my boob hanging, and then I have to go to do a specific way of laying down, because they do the radiation treatment not only on the side, but they do it towards the back too. So like I said yesterday, they do things by degree, so it had to be precisely the way that it's meant to put in the treatment. So once I was already set up, then they rolled me into the machine. The machine comes and it closes on me. So I was in the machine for straight 10 minutes, and all I heard was different waves going through my body. Like I felt the waves and the different sounds on the machine changing. And honestly, I did not feel pain at all. I didn't feel pain, none at all. I felt, and I'm very sensitive when it comes to my body. So the only thing I felt was a slight warmth towards my back area. The back area, it was very slight warmth, but it wasn't like painful or anything like that. I felt it. And I was like, okay. And then once the 10 minutes was up, then they took me, the machine, I felt the machine going up, and then they rolled me out. So the young lady says, okay, we're done for the treatment for today. And so I said to her, well, I need to see the doctor because I have a I have to do a follow-up with the radiation doctor. So she was like, okay, go to the nurse's station, check in with them, and then they'll take care of you from there. I was like, okay. So from there, the nurse took me to one of the rooms for me to wait for the doctor. Before the doctor came in, there was another nurse that came in. And so she came in, she introduced herself, she did some vitals on me, checking my weight, my blood pressure, making sure that I'm still okay, and explained to me what I need to do regarding caring for my skin. After all, she says that once, I have to wait a few days, my skin will start changing. She says it will start acting like it has a sunburn. And so she goes to me, do you tan right away? I was like, no. No. I was like, I go straight burn. I never tan right away, never. I go straight to burning. So she goes, oh, okay. So then she goes, you will have to do is make sure you put on the Aquaphor. She gave me a jar of Aquaphor. So she gave me this. She goes, you will have to put it in the breast area, underneath the armpits area, and then parts of the back. And so she goes, the reason why we want you to do that, and it's gonna be maybe 3 to 4 times a day, 3 times a day, but 3 to 4 days a week. She says the reason we want you to do that is the fact that we want you to keep your skin moist, because as the skin, gets through that radiation process, your skin will start changing, and it will start forming like a sunburn. And by forming a sunburn, we don't want you to wind up blistering in the process. So we want you to keep the elasticity going as long as possible. So she goes, I need you to do is make sure you put on the Aquaphor. And I told her, well, I'm gonna have one of my boys help me with the back area, because she goes, because as the way that they're doing treatment is like, not only they doing it on the side, but it rotates the machine towards the back area. So she goes, eventually, as the treatments go, you're gonna start seeing the areas looking like a square where the treatment is being done. And she goes, eventually your skin will start tanning, and usually that tan doesn't go away right away after treatment. She goes, it takes about maybe a few months for that tan to go away, but we want you to make sure that you care for your skin. If there's anything that is really abnormal, then I have to contact them, and then they will have to do extensive treatments on me so I could recover right away. I was like, okay. And then she gave me, of course, the treatment information, like the skincare information, and also the exercise pamphlet. Like, she wants me to make sure I'm doing some form of exercise, because she asked me, how well do you do regarding to handling like rotating your arms? I said, well, I'm always cleaning. So like, I'm always going, cleaning something. She's like, okay. Then she goes, just in case, I need you to keep that rotation going, like your arms, making sure that you stay active, because of the fact that once the radiation keeps going, sometimes people feel like a tightness on the skin, and so they start feeling like pains, like you can't really lift the arms so much. So she goes, I need you to either do some sort of cleaning or maybe do some exercises to keep the rotation on the arms ongoing, so you don't lose mobility. Because she goes, I've seen people get worse, and if you wind up getting worse with that, then we will have to refer you for a physical therapist, and then they will have to help you get your mobility back. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to work on maintain my activity. So she was very sweet, very, helpful with the information. And then from there, then I saw my doctor. She came in. She wanted to see how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'm like, I'm doing fine. I'm there. What am I going to do? And then the only question I had with her was that, we're still living in COVID world. And I want to make sure that if anything were to happen, like me getting COVID or tested positive for COVID, what would be the game plan for me regarding to treatment. So she explained to me that that what will happen is that since I have the morning shift of radiation, they will have to switch me to the late evening shift to get treatment, because she says that is considered the nighttime, like how you say, quarantine, the COVID quarantine. So any patients that are having radiation treatment and they wind up testing positive for COVID, they get shifted into the evening treatments. And so that prevents from, the person cross-contaminating other patients through the machine or whatever, because I guess they do the final cleaning for the night. And then, so I will still get treatment, because she goes, I don't see the necessary thing of suspending you from treatment just because you have COVID, because it could take up to a month of you, being recovering from COVID, and that's a month that we can't afford to have you wait. So she says, I'd rather keep you getting your treatments as usual. It's just it will do a lot of scrambling, making sure that your days of treatment and hours are being shifted to the new time. And I was like, okay, at least I know. At least I know. Because the thing is, like, now COVID has gotten like almost hitting close to home, and I don't have COVID, so I'm fine. My family's fine. But now my son's school some of his, not friends, but some of the kids in other classes are starting to get COVID. So I have to like think long term what would happen if, because after all, I am still a parent and I need to plan these things ahead of time, what could happen next. So I'm crossing my fingers that my son pulls through this school year without being shut down. And I know he's praying on his end that he wants to do remote, but that's that's a ongoing battle that I have with my kid. Anyway, so that is pretty much it for today. So far so good. Day 2 down in the books. I will give you guys a check-in tomorrow and let you guys know how I'm feeling, and then give you an update. Alrighty, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning. It's hump day. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm already, ready to go. Makeup on, wearing t-shirt, leggings, because I want to be comfortable. I'm not getting dressed up just to go to the hospital. So I fell asleep, early last night. I felt a little like little aches and pains in my body, but that's, unfortunately it's due to what I go through on the daily basis. I get little aches and pains. I did still feel a little warmth in my body after the radiation, but not like a fever or anything. It's just a slight warmth going through my body. But other than that, I had a full night's sleep. As you can see, I'm like literally struggling to stay awake right now. I feel very sleepy. Not sure why, but I'm just taking it as is. I'll be leaving here to the hospital to go for my third day into the hospital to go for my radiation treatment. So I have to be at the hospital by 7:30, so I have to be at the premises of the hospital at 7:15, because yesterday's check-in was kind of like delayed because there was only one security guard, and he's handling checking in patients and also checking in people through the metal detector. So that was kind of hard for him, and I was just like, oh dear Lord. So hopefully today won't be as long, because it's only one appointment, so it's that. And I hope to come back home and try to relax a little bit, because I am still very tired, very sleepy. Maybe get a little nap in between. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check back, a check-in, a check back. See, I'm tired. It's too early for this vlogging stuff. Anyway, so I'll check with you guys later on and let you guys know how everything went and how I'm feeling. Alrighty, so stick around, stay tuned, I'll be back. Alrighty, I am back. I just got back like maybe 10 minutes ago. I'm very tired. I'm so freaking tired. They, I got there to the hospital on time, did my initial check-in, and waited like at least maybe 5-10 minutes. But the funny thing is the technician is a male technician today, and it was funny because he lives in my neighborhood. So he walked right by me this morning. Little did I know that I was gonna see him and he was gonna be the one doing the radiation treatment. So yeah, that is very strange. So yeah, when he got settled in, set up everything, he called me and another patient, so I was able to change at the fitting room, and then put my stuff in the locker and proceeded where he was directing me to the machine. Of course, every time I every time I have to go for treatment, they will verify who I am, and there's like this horrible picture of me on screen. I'm like, yes, I already know. Yes, I'm verifying. I'm just ignoring that one right now because I can't stand the picture. It's just a very terrible picture. So then I proceeded to the machine. He asked me, "Oh, what do you want to listen to?" I'm like, "Well, put some symphonic metal." And it's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Well, you need to do some exploring." And then he put on, whatever station he found. He was just like, "Okay." So the process was really quick. It was 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, I was done and had my way home. After I changed. So I'm feeling still very tired, very sleepy, and a little winded. I guess because I try to speed walk coming home, which I shouldn't do, but I have a very bad habit of doing that. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Day 3 down in the books. I will give you guys a check-in tomorrow morning, and we'll see what happens for tomorrow. Alrighty, so stay tuned. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning, so I'm already like dressed, makeup on, hair, done. Curly, done. I had a full night's sleep. I am still tired. It's to be expected. I mean, I got up at 4:45 this morning again. It's gonna be like this for the next after this week, 2 more weeks of this. So feeling tired. I'm gotta be at the hospital at least at the premises by 7:15. So hopefully it goes nice and quick. But other than that, I'm keeping myself together. I'm not depressed. I'm just tired. I'm just tired and sleepy. That's all. That's all. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check-in later and to let you guys know how it went for me. Alrighty, so stay tuned. I am back. I'm a little winded because I literally walked into my apartment. So yeah, I got in, I got there on time. I got through checking and all that stuff, and right away, the same technician that I dealt with yesterday, he came and called me in and another patient in, and then we changed, and then right away they took me first because I'm the first appointment of the day. So he took me in, they set me up, and pretty much same thing like yesterday. 10 minutes in the machine. I felt the machine going through my body, like the little warmth sensation through my body. So everything went well, so far so good. The only thing I noticed, and since this happened to me yesterday after my radiation treatment yesterday, and I happened to see the patient that I was with yesterday morning, and she spoke Spanish, and I asked her a question. I said, let me ask you this question: are you experiencing like itching? Because since yesterday I've been experiencing like this itchiness where these marks that are located on my body is at, and now where the marks are, there's tape over it. So when the radiation starts hitting on that particular part of my body, it's creating such an itch, and I can't take the tape off and scratch the crap out of it. So last night I put like Aquaphor, throughout the areas there, and then through parts of my body, and she told me, yeah, I've been experiencing that last night. She goes, I'm experiencing a lot of itchiness, and I was like, crap. I said, because I'm like, I want to scratch it so bad. And I'm gonna put again the picture of the those markings that I have on my side And now I'm starting to see like little slight redness around the tape area, but it's just so bad, so bad. I want to scratch the crap out of it. But I'm trying to deal with it. I'm just doing light rubs on the side. And after I'm finished filming this, I'm going to put some more alcohol for just to soothe the skin, because I'm feeling it's really intense. But other than that, everything, it went well. And so, fourth day down in the books. Now I gotta look forward to tomorrow. Alrighty, so this is it for today, and I will do a check-in tomorrow morning and let you guys know how I'm feeling. Alrighty, so I see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Good morning. It is Friday morning. I feel sleepy. It's already about 6:20 in the morning. I am ready. Ready for my 5th day of radiation that I'll be having today. And this week will complete the first week of radiation. Yay! I feel good. I feel good. I mean, I feel sleepy because, of course, getting up at 4:45 in the morning doesn't help. But I mean, otherwise, I'm okay. I'm feeling, health-wise, a little aches and pains, but there's no avoiding that. The fatigue hasn't kicked in. Last night I experienced itching, which the Aquaphor did help. So I, put on Aquaphor, but I mean, everything went well, as to expected. So I'll be at the hospital 7:15 again, and do 10 more minutes of radiation, and then I'll relax this weekend. I'm gonna have some fun. Finally, some fun. Can't wait. And also, I'm gonna get my hair done much later, so I will be putting up an updated hair, which I am very happy and excited to do, because I need an uplift, because anybody out there that are going through different ailments, always self-care yourself. Do something nice for yourself. Do something that uplifts you, even if it means getting your hair done or do a spa treatment for yourself. Do it, because I think we can't be that person to let ourselves wither away. So I'm gonna do something nice for myself. I'm gonna get my hair done, and but that'll be much later because by the time I come out of radiation, the salon is still closed, so it's gonna be much later in the morning. So can't wait. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check-in later on to let you know how everything went. Okay, so stay tuned. I am back. I just got back just now. So got there on time, did my basic check-in. They called me right away, changed my clothes, and then got me in the machine. Well, before they got me in the machine, there's this one technician that he seems very nice. He's very nice. He's like, what kind of music you want to listen to? So I'm saying to him, I'm like, yeah, well, put some symphonic metal. And this was like the other day. And so today when he saw me again, he was just like, what music you listen to again? I want to know. I mean, it was pretty good. I was like, symphonic metal. He's like, oh, okay. I'm trying to get all these guys to get hooked on it because it's pretty good. I'm like, okay. So it was just funny. He was a funny character. And so, got on the table, got set up, and then in the machine I went for 10 minutes. So far so good. I'm feeling a slight pain on my right, but it's to be expected because I'm gonna go through the physical changes of this because of the radiation. As the radiation goes on, I'm gonna feel more different things happening in my body. The reason I'm trying to do this, not only to share my story regarding to my therapy, the radiation therapy, but also so you could get to see week by week and day by day how my progression with the radiation therapy is going. So then you have an idea if you have to go experience your own radiation therapy, what to expect. And so that's also the main purpose of why I'm doing these vlogs, like each day. So it's not so much so you can look at my pretty face. No, it's just so you could get an idea how I'm doing physically each day. So like right now, I'm feeling a little pain, a little tenderness. So at least I don't have to go for Saturday and Sunday. So it's only 5 days a week. So week 1 is in the books. So I'm done with week 1. I got 2 more weeks of this. So now I get a chance to enjoy my weekend. Finally do something a little fun for once. So today I'm gonna get my hair did, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have some fun. And then relax on Sunday because, you know, I gotta get mentally prepared for the next day. So yeah, that's pretty much it for week 1. So thank you for watching this week's vlog, and I will see you next week on a new set of vlogs. Alrighty, so see you next week.